Today I'm gonna do a book review video. And sorry for my hair, it's always a mess, you guys, as you can tell. It's just a mess. And I've been like doing laundry all day and stuff too. So I only have 4 books this time. I usually have more, but I took a lot of my books that I've read in past reviews to a book sale coming up at a library. So I only have 4 for you guys, but 3 out of the 4 are, no, they're all good. Not 3 out of 4, they're all good. So this is a Harlequin book. It's their series about, it's like they have different kinds of them now. So just Harlequin. And this is the genre Harlequin Intrigue. And it's called Fugitive Bride by Paula Graves. This is what it looks like. It's a small little book. It was like 240 pages plus like an excerpt of another book. And if you hear that noise in the background, there's like a nest of birds somewhere over on somebody else's roof. So you hear that weird noise in the background. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I hear it, and it's just birds. So anyway, what this book is about, it's about this woman who she is getting married. And she's marrying not for money, not for love, but because the man she's marrying is checked off all her items on her checklist of the perfect man to marry. But what happens is that she gets kidnapped, and so does her man of honor. That's right, you heard me right. Not maid of honor, bridesmaid, man of honor. Because they have been friends for so long that she decides to make him the man of honor. They both get kidnapped. And it's up to them to figure out who kidnapped them and why, and who murdered her soon-to-be husband. And it's a good book. I really liked it. It was way better to me than most of, like, the regular Harlequin books. And I don't know if that's because it's an intrigue, so it's kind of like a mystery kind of thing. But it was a really good book. Like, it was worth however much money it was, like $4 or $5. This is another Harlequin book that I just finished today, and the genre is Western romance, and it's The Cowboy's Triple Surprise, and it's by Barbara White Daille. That's what it looks like. And it's basically what the title says. It's about this cowboy who comes back to Cowboy Creek, this small town little city where he grew up. And he works there, and this woman who he had a long time fling with is pregnant, heavily pregnant with triplets, and it's his triplets. And she's trying to convince him, he's trying to convince her that he wants to be a part of the baby's lives and her life, and not just going through town to pass through it or to just leave in a couple days. It's a really cute book. I really enjoyed it. It's really cute, so if you guys like those kind of books, I like the ones with babies in it, because I think it's like a cuter story. So this is, by Riordan, I never know how you say his last name, and he writes, book series, about, like, Greek gods, Roman gods, Egyptian gods, and goddesses, like, stuff like that, like, ancient, like, Poseidon, and Zeus, and, Ra, the sun god of ancient Egyptian stuff like that. And this is one that's not a series, but I do have the other one, and this is Percy Jackson's intake on different things. So the first one in this, there's only 2 of them, but the first one in the set was about Percy Jackson's intake on the 12 major Greek gods. And this is basically the same thing, but this is 12 Greek heroes. And there's an excerpt where there's an artwork by a man named Rocco, and he does these little pictures of what he thinks these Greek heroes looked like. And this is what it looks like. It's called it's a big book. Percy Jackson's Greek Heroes, and the last one was just called Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. And they come in, like, I remember when they first came out, they came in these really big hardback books, like really big ones. Like, they were like, I don't know, like the height of them, not like how thick they were, but the height of them were like really huge. And this one they came out with because he has a new book out that I got. And this is the reason why, like, I found this book, because his new book just came out, like, last weekend or something. And it's a different series. It's not this. It's, like, a different book altogether. You'll see it in my next book review video. So this is what it looks like. And like I said, there is artwork in it. And it's, like, little excerpts. Like, I'll show you this one. This one's, Perseus defeats a sea monster with the head of Medusa, saving Argomeda. It's so hard sometimes to pronounce these names because they're like really Greek and they're from myths and stuff. This is what it looks like. This is the artwork. There's only one set of artwork in this book, and it's one of each page is for one of the Greek heroes that he talks about. So what it basically is Percy Jackson is a character in some of his Riordan's books. And he's telling the story in his point of view, so some of it isn't like what the myth really is about, but like his little side notes and stuff. Percy Jackson. And it's like mostly about like classic Greek heroes like Perseus and Theseus and Hercules, that kind of thing. And the one thing I do have to say though is the chapters are really long in it. The first one was 50 pages, but then the next one was like 100 pages long, and they just kept increasing like that. But yeah, other than that, it was a good book. I really like Riordan's work. He does really good work. Like, it's really good to me. This is the last book I have. And I don't know how you say this woman's last name, so I'm going to take a stab at it. And if I say it wrong, just excuse it, because I don't know how you say her last name. I got this, like I said, I did this in a book haul video that I did where I just showed you all the books that I got at a book sale, and this is one of them. And this girl writes, like, she writes books about, like, numbers. She has, like, a number series where it's, like, up to like whatever amount of numbers it is, and it's like 1 is for this, 2 is for this. Like, it hasn't been in this book, but I wanted to get a different book. I want to get some books by her because I seen those kind of books up there where it's like 1 is for whatever. It's sort of like a knockoff of James Patterson stuff where it's like 16th Seduction or like 7th Heaven, that kind of thing, but it's her version. And this is a Stephanie Plum Between the Numbers novel. And Stephanie Plum, I guess, is like a woman that she writes a lot about. This is Plum Lucky, and it's by Janet Evanovich, I guess. I don't know. This is what it looks like. And it was a really small book. There was only like, I don't even know how many chapters, like maybe 16 chapters in it. Or 16 or 18 chapters in it. And it was really cute book. It was a really cute book. So you guys. So anyway, what this book is about, it's about Stephanie Plum, and it's around St. Patrick's Day. And she's like the take no prisoners kind of woman. Like, she doesn't follow the trend of, oh, you should wear green on St. Patrick's Day, or you should do this for St. Patrick's Day because it's St. Patrick's Day, stuff like that. And what happens is her grandmother she's like a bail bondswoman where if people skip bail, she finds them. And her boyfriend is like that too, where he's a bail bondsman too. But anyway, what this book is about, it's about Stephanie Plum's grandmother finds a duffel bag full of money. And this guy who's dressed as a leprechaun wants it back so he could take it and save a horse they used to jockey for. Because the horse has a bad leg and there was too much money, the owners didn't want to try and save its leg. He was just like, whatever, we have more horses we can race, you know, stuff like that. And they find out that the money that this leprechaun stole that's in a duffel bag is from another bad guy that she has been hunting for a while. So she has to find this guy because he has the horse and he's going to hurt the horse, and then he ends up getting her grandmother and he's going to hurt her grandmother. So it's up to Stephanie Plum and her friends and the people that are helping her to figure out where this guy is, and they have to come up with money to give to the guy that she's looking for, who has her grandmother and her horse. And she has to use some sleuthing skills plus her bail bondsman skills too. So comment below and tell me if you ever read any of that Janet Evanovich books, especially the number ones, because they have one of them, and it's the second one, and because they didn't have the first one there, so they only have the second one. And tell me if you want any recommendations for me to read, or if you like this video, tell me in the comments. No hate in the comments, you guys. No hate in the comments. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time with another video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.